and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Graham on 3rd and long. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Ready, set. Mike's by 4. Check. 54. Mike 54.
Now Graham on 1st down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down now. Stover. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Graham on third down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Come. 51 to Mike. They go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
You can't block me. Fight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You go tight. You got tight. You got 2.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Hard.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
2nd down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
There.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And that's complete to Cooks. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A nice looking play to start the drive, down the middle and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 7-7, our score after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
51. Get it.
He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You're out. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 15. 6-6. Pull it high. Smooth.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
64. Check your hot read. Hey, go. Go. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go. Out, out. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. X3, 218, chop it. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 25, check 25, check 25. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Ready, ready. 51's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, it's Sparks. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Graham. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Graham to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Graham. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check line 54. Line 54. Bring it. Yeah. Stay open. Come on. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
On 3rd down, here's Graham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Hey, Zoo. Watch the shit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Graham. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down. Here's Graham. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Graham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now it's Graham. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Get ready.
Graham going to look to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, box drop. 58, boys, 58. Look at me, zipper. Check. 58's the mic. Hey. The mic. Come. Hey, Delta.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on,
And the
set.
offensive
10,
penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Yep. 58 to Mike. Stop your whining. 58, right over there.
Now.
58, right there. Watch the curl. curls.
Go.
58 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 58's the Mike.
Get it.
58.
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 46 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
15 line. 15 line. General West.
Check 43.
Yes. Hey!
51's the Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Go.
They run it with Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Graham to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Graham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll set up a throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Down. 30 base. Look at me. Go.
Hey, let's go. I know you.
What? Squeeze.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
27 on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll throw on 1st down to Graham. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Graham going to set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check.
Now Graham on 3rd and long. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Graham will throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
On second down now, it's Jacobs.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Go! Hey, exit! 51, go!
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Graham to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Switch. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now Graham on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Alpha, pick your game up. Look at me, zipper. I'm scared.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 50.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Philadelphia, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay home again